Yes, people, what's good? We are jumping into this. This is episode 17, Rebuilding the NWA TEW9. And we are at the Looks That Kill pay-per-view. So let's get straight into this, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go. La do we have right now. NWA Power, let's go. So this is the go home show. El Fantasmo. This is just obviously pre-show match. El Fantasmo defeated Ichiban. By pinfall with a CR2. El Fantasmo in-ring performance of 68, which is really good. Ichiban 41, like I said, is a really good jobber. Segment rating 57, and El Fantasmo has benefited from having a groundswell of public support. Colby Carino was watching a match, and they will be having a match at the pay-per-view, as they had one already, and it went to, I think it was a draw, okay? And we've not really revisited that too much, so we're just revisiting it a little bit. We've made Power 1 hour today because we're going to start doing the tapings. So we're going to book 2 shows at once, but we're booking this show, then we're going to do the pay-per-view, and then we'll be doing tapings. So just to kind of save some money and try and stop the losses, I've left the really, really big stars off the show as much as I could, and we've just reduced this week to an hour. So let's start the show. So Priscilla Kelly defeated Masha Slamovich by pinfall after a distraction from Kenzie Page. Masha Slamovich had an in-ring performance of 60. Priscilla Kelly has an in-ring performance of 41. Segment rating 55. Crowd rating 44. Wrestling rating 50. Now, the reason why we've done this is because Masha and Kenzie haven't interacted too much since they've had that match. So that kind of advances that storyline going into the pay-per-view. Priscilla Kelly, she's going after Ronda, who Ronda holds the title, the women's title. So Priscilla Kelly is going to basically, she's got this win. It will up her momentum, so she's got a win en route to the pay-per-view. So Masha Slamovich, she benefited from having a hot new move, and she is TNA World Champion actually on this save as well. So it's good to have her on the show. She's very popular, and the match got the show off to a strong start, and they got the crowd hotter. So what happened next? Father James Mitchell, Max the Impaler is set to face Takumi in a rematch because they drew as well. Father James Mitchell says he wants a match more fitting for Max. He's spoken to Billy Corgan, who has sanctioned a street fight. So we will be getting Takumi Iroha versus Max the Impaler in a street fight. Segment rating 49 and crowd are white hot. So I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. Then we went into Ron Housen, of course, Danhausen and Ron Killings having a comedic segment, 79 rating, should really boost up the overall rating of the show. Good, good, good. So this was another one where the storyline kind of started and then we kind of just forgot about it. So we've revisited it again in about that superb wrestling and decent crowd reaction from the crowd. Sorry, I can't bloody read today. El Hijo del Vikingo defeated Ares by 2 straight falls, which wasn't actually the plan. I think the plan was supposed to be okay. That wasn't the plan. I don't know what's happened there, but with the final fall happening by pinfall with the 6:30 sentence, the match was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. So Vikingo 74, Ares 60, but I think that's because he's not super popular. Ares, he's pretty new to the US market. I think even IRL, he's in AEW as El Clon. So, but they've got great chemistry, so we'll definitely be running that back. I mean, the crowd rating was 32. But the storyline has advanced and gained heat. It was a little cold. Wrestling rating 67. And as I said, if you ever play TW9, you have to make sure the wrestling is good because the wrestling will really push up the segment rating. The segment rating in total, 73. So we're happy with that. Ares is also getting better at his gimmick. So that's good. Zack Sabre Jr. calls up Michael Oku. And that'll be happening at the pay-per-view. Segment rating 53. And then good, I like this score. I like this score. Ace of Spades, which is Ace Austin, Big Damo, and Axel Tischer defeated Mustafa Ali and Moonlight Express when Axel Tischer pinned Mao with a shining Inzaguri. Axel Tischer got a 55, Big Damo with a 53, Ace Austin with a 77, which is good because he's world champion. Mustafa Ali is going for the belt, which is why we've had this match. Mustafa Ali and Mike Bailey got a 68 and 69 respectively. Mal got in-ring performance of 57. I don't know if it's because he's not really known in the US at all, but it should have been higher than that. Wrestling rating 63, segment rating 70. Crowd were okay, but the Ace storyline gained heat, so it was good enough. I think the crowd rating of 35, whenever it's yellow, it is a little bit disappointing. You don't want yellows, you don't want reds. But for the size of company that we are, the crowd rating being 35 is actually really good. So, yeah. So let's move on to the next segment. Shelton and Gresham are being interviewed as their second 1v1 match has been announced, and trash talk ends up coming to blows. So the interview that they had with Caleb Becker, 58 rating, and then them literally just kicking off at each other and throwing punches. That got a rating of 69, segment rating in total 66. And Jonathan Gresham versus Shelton Benjamin is a match I'm seriously looking forward to again. It had such a high rating last time. Um, and yeah, we're getting the second incarnation of that. A lot's gone on between them. Shelton debuted, attacked Gresham, who just come off um, pursuing Ace Austin for the belt. Obviously, he didn't win it, and then they feuded, had a great match, and then via the tag teams, they were feuding because Shelton is in the team with Cedric Alexander. Jonathan Gresham has revived his tag team with Chris Brooks, which is IRL, Calamari Catch Kings, and I think they face each other in a final Crockett Cup. So Shelton Benjamin won the first match. Jonathan Gresham in the tag team won the Crockett Cup, and now we're going to get Benjamin versus Gresham too. So overall rating 62. Personally, I'm not happy with it, but at least we got in the 60s. The show increased in popularities in 18 regions because a 62 rated show for a small size company, which we are, is massive, especially as we're being penalized as well because we're in the same region as the likes of TNA, excuse me, and NXT. So we're never going to win here. We're never going to win. But I'm happy with that rating. I don't know if it was a sellout, 373 people. And we did this in the Mid South as well. So let's check the financials. Overall loss of just under 20 grand, which is fine. We are in a little bit of debt, but they are getting better. The finances are improving because our merchandise sales are improving. And the more popular we get, the more money we're making. So popularity recap 24. It's only gone up in Canada. So in order for us to get a TV deal, we need to have at least, I think it's 8 regions with a minimum of a 32. So when we book the pay-per-view, we need to make sure that we put on a banger of a show because this is improved, right? It hasn't gone up, but it's still improved because it's yellow. So that tells me like I know it's at 31 now, but that's probably now like 31.5. Do you know what I mean? So that's where we are with that. Let's NWA Power Report. Wasn't a sellout, close though. I think it was 375, I think the capacity. 40,387 viewers. That's very good. It's a very good number. It's a very good number. And I need to Vikingo if we can use him a lot more. I'm happy with Ace Austin's performances. The only thing I'm concerned about with Ace Austin, as I've said before, he's now our 2-time champ. We have been really building him up. But in terms of merchandise, he is literally 14th so far. And if we're talking about last month, in terms of merch sellers, he was 16th. So yeah, everyone should be fine. Uh, let's do an extra 1,000 on the set. Live music, local band. Right, let's set tonight's venue. Another thing we've done as well is we've changed the tickets from cheap to normal price. The events were always normal, but the actual like NWA Power, we did change it to normal. So that should push up some more money for us. So we're expecting 1,218 fans. So it's normally less than that you end up getting. There's a 1,050 there. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out if there's like a real difference in the price, and it isn't if there isn't a difference in the price. So let's just do a 1,300 seater venue. Let's just do that. Coca-Cola Roxy, all these broadcasters. Hopefully this will get us a TV deal. With the meeting. Spend creative. We're not really producing much creative things. Get a good one. Near certainty, Meta Leak. Okay, that's good. TV title. Yep, sure, no problem. Just people want to bring their friends backstage. We have a policy that no one's allowed backstage, but I always allow it if they ask. Address the locker room. Let's inspire. It will give them a boost. And let's book the event. So the main event, I mean, it's got to be the champion, isn't it? It's got to be the champion. So it's Ace Austin versus Mustafa Ali, and I don't want to. I want to see because of their psychology. Ace only got 65 psychology, so I mean, I don't want to put them in the ring for too long. But let's have a look. He's got good aerial. I think Mustafa Ali's got good aerial as well. And if he does, which he does, do we make this a ladder match? Mm, that's what I'm thinking. Do we make this a ladder match? Or can we do Ultimate X? It's on there. I think you can't do that with one person. So do a ladder match. A storyline. This is thingy and comedic comedy. Yeah, let's go on. Let's do that. See what happens. So that's good. It's just a shame that my best road agent isn't here today. Um, so that's cool. Stored creative ideas. We do have like angles and stuff, don't we? We can use angle ideas. So the January as well. So let's apply that. Let's apply that angle idea because I realized it's 27th of December on this save, so that is going to run out. This one I think will have a high rating, so if we can boost it anyway, and that'll be perfect. What other matches are we having on the card? Just going through. Um, yes, these two, but we'll get that done in a bit. What would come before that? Because this is like the middle of the show. So would we do? Oh yeah, B Priestley versus Lexi. And Lexi, for those who don't know, is Alexa Bliss. She is with us, major. Not really sure what their stats are. I don't really know popularity, but skill wise, what kind of match could they do? I mean, technicals are 60. I don't know what Lexi's are. Not necessarily that great in the ring. I mean, she's got really good promos, so we're going to definitely have her involved in a promo. And in terms of who wins that match, I don't really care. So I'm going to leave it up to the road agent. In my head, I've got an idea actually of who should win that match. Um, but I'm going to leave it to the road agent, and we'll see. Only a short match. And mate, Lexi will win the match. So let's just do that. Lexi will win the match. Lexi cuts a promo afterwards, claiming to be the toughest, the the hottest new thing in NWA. Right. In NWA, she calls out King Kota and says she wants to move up the ladder. So it's going to happen. Let's give her 10 minutes because she's really good. She's really good promo wise. Um, and it's good. You need both storylines. Push that forward. So we need to just make sure. We need to just say, look, flipping. Let's just put it down there. Lexi wins the match. Let's just do that. Lexi wins the match. Um, what else? What else? What else? So we're going to do the Metalik, actually. Metalik in a three-way match with Metalik versus not Konosuke, Kaito Kiyomiya. He's not very popular, but we're just trying to increase his popularity. And Shun Skywalker again. Um, do that on pay-per-view. I'm going to put a car crash as well. We're going to do open match. We are going to do in the storyline. So we've got to try and get these guys on TV. Do we have a creative finish? We do. I don't know if I'm going to use that because I don't know who I want to win. So do you know what? If we don't know the winner, look away now. So we can figure this one out. Right. TV title on the line. Yes. Needs to be on the line. Okay, you're more than welcome to look. Need a match of storytelling. That's fine. So let me just try and book a. We can do a storytelling things with storytelling ones, yeah. It's just because of the product, and it takes a year to change the product. So we're still waiting to try and get that out of here. Um, let's just speed with dramatic acting with. Oh, okay. Who? Trying to think. And who needs a bit of clout? To be fair, who needs a bit of non-speaking appearance? Let's just get Kaito Kiyomiya like on the bloody show, and let's just see if it does anything. Speed teaches Kato how to bark. I need, I need, I need, like, I need Kato to get more popular. I think it's really important that we do that. Uh, Probably need to put something else then because that needs to be before the match. Um, You know what? Let's do this. AJ Styles. AJ Styles debut. No drama, no nothing. He's just gonna come out and that's it. And that's it. Unless is Nakajima a he's a heel, isn't he? So he could probably work with AJ like straight away. So let's do AJ makes us making a save. Let's do Shinsuke attacking Taka. Let's do Nakajima attacker. And let's do what do we call it? Konosuke Takeshita as the victim, and then we add AJ into that storyline. I mean, that's an expensive stuff, boy. It's an expensive storyline. But at least he'll be able to speak for Konosuke because Konosuke only speaks passable English. So you kind of need someone to be with him. Um, whereas Shinsuke speaks fluent English. Uh, Katsuhiko Nakajima doesn't speak any English, so it kind of makes sense. Shinsuke, and Katsuhiko start to hmm, Shinsuke. Um, attack Takeshita, and he joins in as Yuko has regained his respect for Shinsuke. For Shinsuke, Shinsuke. Takeshita is helpless until the lights go out, and when they come back on, AJ Styles is standing in the middle of the ring. And that's how he debuts. And that's how he debuts the ring. He takes out both men and raises Takeshita's arm as the others look on. So we're kind of connecting it back to when AJ was in Japan. Basically, what we're trying to do here. So it's been signed to us for a while, but if you've been watching on the YouTube, I haven't really done it. Why? Because I do like to keep it like a surprise on YouTube. So I do cut out all the bits where he may appear or other people may appear and whatever. Um, so as I said before, if you've dropped in, you like TW9, you want to talk about wrestling, anything like that. I know we SummerSlam last night, whatever. Give me a shout, message me, keep up with this on the YouTube as well. See the more condensed version. We will be playing Football Manager later on, but this was the first game I started streaming. And as I said, FM has taken over a little bit. Say a little bit, it is taken over. It's taken over, mate. um, so what matches have we got left? We got Kenzie Page versus Masha Slamovich. That's one. I don't really know what the ratings were last time. Or I don't know if they were awkward, and I can't remember. But I feel like they had a good match. So let's see what we do. Um, we're still going to do open match, of course. Did who won the match last time? She defeated Kenzie Page, and it's 58 rating, so it had to have been. They must have been able to click. Um, let's do definitely got to be an interference. I'd say from Soraya, and I'd say from Kylie Page. Just get her on TV. I think we're going to advance that storyline, and can be clean. Now, if you don't know who you don't want to know who the winner is, look away now, because I'm going to put the winner. And I know it is probably a lot better, um, watching these where you just like, you see everything after, you see the rundown of the show, and then you can follow the stories as well, and then it can be a surprise to you, as well as just knowing everything ahead of time. So uh, do that one there. I need an angle in between those two matches. Because like I said, with the angles, it's just to get the crowd down a little bit, kind of back-to-back angles that are like whatever. And you do want to like have like or what do you call it? You do want to have um varied angles. So like your backstages, your outside broadcasts and things like that and whatnot. So let's do Danhausen and let's do I mean, I don't know who else is on the show. Um Ace Austin. No, let's not do that. Because then you've got to book for something to go wrong, haven't you? I'm not really sure. Uh, Tannhausen. I don't know what I could get him to do. Who manages Konami again? Selena De Laurenti, Danhausen, Curses, Selena, De La and Konami. What does that Konami as a background player? And that can go into the Pinko storyline because obviously that's leading up to their match backstage. The comedy. Oh, what have I done? Oh no, it's fine. Comedy, backstage, scripted, of course. And I'm going to put that in between uh, here. Okay, so that's fine. So the last couple matches we've got a book. I don't know if there's only a couple left. I don't know if I'm going to do El Fantasma and Colby Carino on the pre-show. Well, it doesn't need to be on the pre-show, does it? But let's do Colby Carino versus, do you know what? It's for the Alliance title. Now, if you don't know what the Alliance title is, we built our own alliance and got a load of people in, a load of companies in, and we created a title, on men's and women's, so they can just defend it anywhere they want across the territory, like basically. So let's borrow that title. We're going to do Colby Carino versus El Fantasmo. They've been fantastic, by the way. We're going to do them. This is going to be for the NWA Alliance World. We're going to go and do I'm going to try and steal the show. It will be an open match. We've already done a match with them. We don't need a trilogy. So we will end the storyline. But if you want to know, if you don't want to know the winner of this match, look away now. So I'm setting the winner. And that's that. So what other match is there? Obviously, we need to add the triple threat. Nakajima, Nosuke Takeshita, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I think this match. It depends on their psychology again. The psychology, 79 psychology, ring psychology, that's good. Because if it's low, then you can't have long matches. 79 again, and Shinsuke's got to be high. 83. We could easily have a 20-minute match here. If I'm being honest, that could easily be a 20-minute match. So let's do that, and let's do that as an epic open match. It's the storyline will be a strong style storyline. And right, if you don't want to know the loser or winner of this match, let me look away now. Okay. I need to. I think this match, yeah. I think I need to move it up the card. If I'm being honest, I'm not going to lie. I think it needs to be up the card. Like definitely. Um, maybe got to go before the bloody the mid card women's title. Surely, yeah. Okay, cool. So what else? AJ Mendes. AJ Mendes. No. Mm, I'm in a thing where I'm in a tiz where I'm like, do we do do we do um mm, Phil Gresham and Benjamin needs to be up the card as well. Like I need to add something else though. Shelton Benjamin not here. Oh my word, Shelton Benjamin's not here tonight. Shelton Benjamin's not there. Oh, I can't believe it. Um, crap. What do I do then? Shelton Benjamin's not here tonight. Okay. Um, Like, I don't understand where he is. Why is he not here tonight? AW. It's another reason I didn't want to have it on the Saturday. Forgot. Completely forgot. Um, uh, okay. Hmm. Just thinking. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, in a pre-show bout, decent wrestling, but non-existent crowd heat, of course. Venny defeated Bozilla by pinfall with a space rolling elbow. The match was designed to tell a specific story. Bozilla 31, Venny 65, segment rating 52. Doesn't affect the show at all, but it gives Bozilla a little bit of exposure. So let's go to the next segment. A technical masterclass that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Michael Oku in 13 minutes 25 by pinfall with a handful of tights. So he cheated to win. Wrestling rating 69, crowd rating 36, segment rating 76. Michael Oku with a 58, which is really good, and Zack Sabre Jr. with a 79, which is really good. And that got the match off to a strong start. And with a technical masterclass, it will only get, it's good to start and will only get the crowd simmering. So that's why you can have a next match straight after it. El Fantasma defeated Colby Carino by pinfall with a CR2. El Fantasma wins the NWA Alliance World title. Colby Carino with a 59. El Fantasma was off his game and got a 72. And he benefited from having groundswell of public support. And if you've got groundswell of public support, and you're supposed to be the heel, let's give him the title. Wrestling rating 66, crowd rating 34. Have ended that storyline. Segment rating 64. Crowd were hot and rising. So what's next? Jonathan Gresham makes his entrance. He's left waiting for a while, and the crowd and himself start to realise. Shelton Benjamin doesn't appear when his music is finally played. They run it again, and there is no Shelton. Brother Greatness then walks out, says that Shelton was found beaten and has been taken to a local medical facility. He accuses Gresham of being behind it, and Cedric Alexander attacks Gresham. It is announced that Cedric will replace Shelton for tonight. A little bit disappointing in 51. Um, but crowd heat at the end, white hot. A segment lost heat, but hopefully you'll regain the heat after the next match. Jonathan Gresham defeats Cedric Alexander by pinfall with a fast roll up. This is what I'm saying about Jonathan Gresham. He got an 81. He's got an 81. Cedric's got a 53. Um, Wrestling rating 67, crowd rating 45, segment rating 74. So the crowd was super into it and it's gained heat, the storyline. So that's good. And Brother Greatness does a good work at ringside. I'd be interested to see um, where he is in terms of popularity now, Brother Greatness, because when he started, he had 0. So 74, it's good, very good. Crowd is very hot. King Kota, it's a backstage promo, segment rating 59. Not much to say on that. Ares versus El Hijo del Vikingo. And he defeats him. The 2 straight falls, the final fall happening by pinfall with a 450 splash. Ares had a 70, and Vikingo had a 72. The match fell apart at times due to lack of psychology. I mean, they've only wrestled 10 minutes, but they've got great chemistry. It shows in their performances. They're 1-1, wrestling rating 71, crowd rating 33, but the segment rating scored a massive 69. That's crazy. I heard what I said. So Ace Austin says he arrives and he says he is fully focused on tonight's match. He rudely tells Kayla to get out of his face so he can get into the zone. And a little 65 segment rating there. Takumi Iroha defeats Max the Impaler in a street fight in 9 minutes 50 by submission with a triangle choke. The match was designed to be a car crash style stunt show full of crazy moves and dangerous bumps. Maxi Impaler had an in-ring performance of 60. Takumi Iroha, of course, had an in-ring performance of 72. And the storyline ended with this. Takumi benefited from having a hot new move. Maxi Impaler took a stunt bump during the match. And this got the crowd buzzing. 66 wrestling rating, 33 crowd rating, segment rating is a 70. And that is top draw. Isho Speed arrives at the building and is greeted by Ron Killings. They're saying the segment deserved better commentary, was a little bit disappointing. Speed benefited from having a hot catchphrase. Ron Killings has a comedy gimmick and is so suits being comic relief. And the segment rating is 85. 85. That is massive. That is a massive segment rating. So 85, mate, if we don't get popular after this, I don't know what to say. And also, the one thing I'm now concerned about is I didn't check the percentages in regards to the show. How much is wrestling and how much is segments? So we'll see. The next segment, Kenzie Page defeats Masha Slamovich by submission. During the match, we also saw Soraya run in and attack Masha, and Kylie Page also attacked Masha. Masha Slamovich got a 58. She was really off her game. Kenzie got a 47. Soraya Dan Lambert did some good work at ringside. Masha Slamovich benefited from having a hot new move and got the crowd going. 52 rating, crowd rating 41. So the crowd were really into it. I like seeing these greens. Segment rating 55. Isho Speed teaches Kato how to bark. Kato looked dreadful in this segment, but Isho Speed came out looking excellent. 51 segment rating. The commentary lifted it, and it was an experiment. Didn't work out, but not too bad. Metalik defeats Kaito Kiyomiya and Shun Skywalker when Metalik pins Shun Skywalker with a springboard Dragon Rana. So Shun Skywalker eats the pin. And Metalik makes it defense number 16 of the NWA World Television title. Metalik 73, Kaito Kiyomiya with a very respectable 62, Shun Skywalker with a 69. TV storyline gained heat. Metalik creative finish was a success. Shun Skywalker seemed off his game and he got a 69. So wrestling rating 68, crowd rating 29, segment rating 74. I mean, it's successful all round. Danhausen curses Selena De La Renta and Konami. Segment rating 63. Not too much to comment on it. In a good match, Lexi Cabrera defeated B. Priestley by pinfall with Twisted Bliss. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go and steal the show. 49 B. Priestley, 57 Lexi. B. Priestley and Lexi Cabrera doesn't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. So we're not going to be having them wrestle again. If you just tuned in, drop a follow. We will be streaming FM Football Manager soon. Just going through this. Wrestling rating 53, crowd rating 49, segment rating 54. I mean, even though they didn't click, it still worked. And I think it worked because Lexi Cabrera has high popularity. So I think that's what kind of helped us out. Lexi cuts a promo afterwards, proclaiming to be the hottest new thing in the NWA. She calls out King Kota and says she wants to move up the ladder. Segment rating is 62. Crowd are very hot. She's decent on the mic. King Kota defeats Davina Rose, Bailey, Killer Kelly, and Konami in an elimination match. The order of elimination was Killer Kelly first, then Davina Rose, and finally Konami, because we wanted to try and push Konami up a little bit. King Kota makes it defense number 3 of the NWA World Women's Junior Heavyweight title. King Kota, 73. That's amazing. Davina Rose, 68, really good. Because her and King Kota don't have any chemistry when they wrestle together. Killer Kelly, 69. Konami, 59, sorry. Konami, 59 as well. So it's just good to get Killer Kelly on TV as well, and Konami in that little spot. And yeah, good stuff. Wrestling rating 65, crowd rating 46. Crowd were really into it. Segment rating 64. Crowd were very hot. So Ronhausen Speed wish Ali luck. Speed makes it clear that he has Ali back tonight and not to worry about the Ace of Spades. Angle idea was a complete failure, even though it was a near certainty. Performance of Ron Killings was fantastic. Danhausen looked good. Segment rating 69. So yeah. This one, a little bit disappointed. Okay, it makes sense why it's been marked down. So Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Tsuhiko Nakajima and Konosuke Takeshita when Shinsuke Nakamura submitted Katsuhiko Nakajima with a shining triangle after blatantly cheating. Nakajima with a 70, Takeshita with an 82, Nakamura with a 77. but the match was too long given our audience. And Takeshita benefited from being in amazing form. So nothing about lack of psychology or anything like that. The match was just too long. And wrestling rating 76, crowd rating 48, segment rating 61. I mean, it would have been, if we weren't penalised for the length of it, pause, it would have been so much better. Shinsuke and Kazuhiko attack Takeshita he joins in. Katsuhiko has regained his respect for Shinsuke. Takeshita is helpless until the lights go out. And when they come back on, AJ Styles is standing in the middle of the ring. He takes out both men and raises Takeshita's arm, and the others look on. So AJ Styles has debuted the phenomenal gimmick. It's got an initial rating of great. Storylines gained heat. Nakamura's got better at his gimmick. AJ Styles debuts, segment rating 68. This was poor. And I think this is probably now the last we'll see of Priscilla Kelly. So Ronda Rousey defeats Priscilla Kelly by submission with an armbar. Defense number 2 of the women's world title. Ronda Rousey 52, yep, because she's in poor form, but for our size company, 52 is good. Priscilla Kelly had an in-ring performance of 35, which is just not okay. They were both off their game. They didn't seem to click at all as well. And yeah, 44 wrestling rating. Crowd was super into it, 53. Segment rating 55. It's not the worst, but I would have wanted better. Aisha Speed wishes Ace good luck tonight. He tells Ace that he cannot wait to see him lose the title. Ace laughs and tells Speed that he'd happily get it seen to, but he never opens his mouth again. Speed says, okay, no problem. And Big Damo stands in front of him. Aisha Speed looked good. Big Damo performed poorly in this segment. Aisha Speed benefit from having a hot catchphrase. Segment rating 61. I'm not really happy with that at all. So this is the main event. And Ace Austin defeated Mustafa Ali in a ladder match when Ace retrieved the item. The match was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. We saw Big Damo run in and attack Ali, and ISO Speed also attack Ace. Ace makes it defense number 2 of the NWA World Heavyweight title. So a two-time champion remains two-time champion. 77 wrestling rating. Crowd rating 47, so they're really into it. Segment rating 73. It's still high. Ace Austin got a 85 in the ring. Ace Austin got a 85. That is crazy. That is crazy. The match had very little drama or flow to it, as nobody in the ring had the psychology to take control properly. Okay, that's noted, but they have really good chemistry. So maybe we just have to watch the length of the match and things like that. What did we get? We got a 70. Okay. We got a 70, man. With all them deductions as well, based on the production things that we can't control. Otherwise, we'd completely go bankrupt. Yeah, and it benefited from having a wide selection of angles. Show increased in popularity in only 7 regions. I'm going to assume that's in Canada, which is disappointing. 1,221 people there, which is really good. Really, really good. So I am happy with that. Um, but for some reason, we're doing pay-per-views and we don't increase popularity like in the US. So we're definitely growing. We had a strong main event. I think Ron Killings welcoming ISO Speed 85 is huge, huge angle. Zack Sabre Jr. and Michael Oku was really good. Gresham and Alexander, and then the freeway triple threat match for the TV title. So I think Ace Austin has been like firmly established as a like franchise weapon. ISO Speed isn't just a celebrity cameo anymore. He's like woven into multiple stories. And Nakamura and Takeshita have their own issues developing independently, um, for the title. And then obviously with just thinking, with Shinsuke uh submitting Nakajima, and then after that Nakajima uh earning his you know, being getting his respect back for Shinsuke, and then going on his command to attack Takeshita. And after the match, they're both attacking Takeshita. Lights go out, lights come back on, and AJ Styles in the middle of the ring, and AJ Styles clears house, knocks it throws Takeshita out, throws out Nakajima, and he picks up Takeshita. and raises Takeshita's arm. So that AJ Styles debut, that's already put Takeshita, Shinsuke, AJ, Nakajima in the thing already, and that would be massive. So let's just finish up the show. Locker room. I think Ace Austin obviously was brilliant. I think Jonathan Gresham again would have been one that was brilliant. And I'm just trying to think. Um, I'm trying to think. Who was the other highest performer on the show? Um, was it Zack Sabre Jr., do you reckon? Or was it King Kota? I think Zack Sabre Jr. was more than King Kota. 100%. Um, no, not told they can do better. Told they're awesome. Given a hug. Praise for a great performance. Very happy, happy. Team please. Good. Financial report. Ooh, only lost 24 grand. So workers was 52,310. Um, so I mean, look, we took a hit on the PPV, 25 grand. It is what it is. I'm not really too fussed about that. I think that's okay. Um, and I think we would be in position to get a TV deal once we're booking the next powers. Once we do that. So what can I say? That's where we are. Let's push on. I was going to say no media scrum, but I don't think we're big enough to have a media scrum. So that's it. But yeah, that's us. It's a good show, man. 70. Like I said, the powers will get us over the line so we can try and get that TV deal. I think that'll be really important for us. It'll bring in a lot more revenue as well. Um, you know, and maybe it would be time. Maybe it's time to potentially, I don't know, do a little bit of trimming in regards to the roster. We've got a lot of people on there. Um, let's just see. 70 rated show, man. 1,221 in attendance. There's a 1,300 seater venue. 40, essentially 44,000 viewers, which is really good. Um, yeah, man, it was incredible. It's good. It's good. I'm really happy with that. So, um, yeah, yeah. So, with that being said, that's going to be the stream. Am I probably going to stream Football Manager just now? Yes, probably. But yeah, like that's TW9. That's rebuilding the NWA. Sorry, I'm a little bit off my game in regards to this. It's been a little while. It's been over a week since we've streamed, but I do apologize for people who want to see wrestling content and and whatnot. And I will try and do it a little bit more regularly. So yeah, apologies. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. And if you want to stick around for some football manager, I will be starting the stream shortly after this one, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you very much. This is Rebuilding the NWA, and I am Ike at Amsterdam. Check me out YouTube if you want to catch up from the start of this save. As we're 28th of December in game 2025. We started in June. Um, let's just have a little check on the merchandise as well. See how we're getting around on that. I mean, iShow Speed's knocking it out of the park. um, absolutely knocking it out of the park. So him, Ronda, Takeshita, it's one of them. We're 20. Soon, mate, as soon as we get to level 6, oh my word, it will be different. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more TW9 content, let me know. Drop a follow. Like I say, check me out on YouTube, check me out on Spotify, and yeah, and that's it. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you very much, man. And bye.
So don't worry if ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. And don't worry if ik kom uit de Engeland. I'm uit Amsterdam, ben ik honger, I just came for smallers and some pictures for the gram. I'm back in the city, man.